everybody, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin. Now this song is really special because it's just one chord, and I'm going to show you how to play it in a couple ways, using a bar chord, just that one shape, and if that's too much, I'm also going to show you how to play it using the A minor shape. If along the way you find you need any extra help, I have a few resources. There's my free ebook, which is all about chords and strumming, and it's all about the fundamentals, you know, just developing that stuff from scratch. I have my complete beginners course, which does that, but, you know, a lot further, a lot more in-depth, and a lot slower paced. You know, we really take our time with everything and building up all of the fundamental skills. And normally I would put a chord chart on my Patreon for this tune, but it's only one chord shape, so I think we'll skip it for this time. If I can think of anything, I'll make a worksheet and I'll put it up there. You'll see it. You'll find a link down below, but I still haven't figured out what to put on that worksheet yet, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, we're just going to jump right in. First thing we're going to take a look at is that bar chord. It's a C minor chord based off of the A minor shape. So if you played an A minor with these three fingers and you saved your first finger, and you went up A sharp, B, C, you know, go up 3 times. So we're at A minor, 1, 2, 3. And then we put our first finger down along the 3rd fret. And there's a couple things to consider here. Ideally, the way that I like to do it at least, is I like for my first finger to be resting underneath this string. So it's touching there, you know, the 3rd fret of the A string, but I'm nudging it up a little so that it's touching the E string, muting it. And that makes it so that you can just go crazy strumming and it'll all sound good. Now, for some people that doesn't work, especially if you have larger hands. What I recommend doing then is lifting it up, putting it a little bit higher and pressing all the strings. That works much better for some people. You know, it's all about getting the right leverage and the right angle. Now, I have a bar chord mini series, a free series that covers all of my tips for bar chords, but I also have a course that trains you up from a much simpler way. So I'll put links to all that down below if you need extra help. But a few more really quick tips. Having your thumb in the right spot is essential. You want it to be balancing out the shape. You don't want it to be one way or the other. You want it kind of in the middle of the shape to, you know, because it's countering the pressure of all your fingers on the front. So you need it to be balanced. So take some time placing it and seeing what feels right for you. Also, my first finger isn't squeezing down all the strings flat. It's actually arching. It's pressing that string right there and then the highest string right there. See that? And that's because these 3 fingers are going to be covering those missing strings. So I'm only actually pressing 2 strings with my bar. You know, you always want to find those efficient little ways to do it. And like I said, in my course I cover all of this because it does take a while, you know, to really go over every little thing to develop that technique. Anyways, we have our C minor shape. Alternatively, if you're already good with this shape, we can remove our pinky finger and press that finger down on all the strings. We get C minor 7. It's a bit jazzier, a bit more soulful. Either way, this is a 1 chord tune, so, you know, work on that chord the best you can. And if you find that it's just not happening, we can always use the A minor shape instead. But we're going to have to use a capo on the 3rd fret if you want to play along with the original recording. So we take our A minor shape, 1, 2, 3, and instead of using our finger to bar it, we use a capo. And you see, we get the exact same result, but just with an easier shape and a capo at the 3rd fret. Now, for the sake of this lesson, we're going to do all our play-alongs over here without the capo, just in case you don't have one. But like I said, when you go to play along with the original recording, get that capo on the 3rd fret, use the A minor shape, and it's the same thing as the C minor bar chord. And if you're tired of A minor and you want to spice it up a little, you can always remove your ring finger, get A minor 7. It's, you know, a little more soulful, a little jazzier. Anyways, now that we have our chord shape down, whichever one you've decided on, we can take a look at our strumming pattern. It goes like this. I'll do it a little bit slower. 3 and 4 and. And that strumming pattern is root, down, up, up, smack. Root means small stroke. So we just play a tiny little stroke, focusing on the lower strings. Don't get too carried away. Just aim for the lower strings in general with a tiny little stroke. Root, down, up. That's how I want you to start. Root, down, up. 4. Root, down, up. 3, 4. Root, down, up. 3, 4. Now for the second half, we're gonna miss on beat 3. So we're gonna do a downstroke, but missing all the strings. Then we go up, smack. So miss, up, smack. 1 and 2 and miss, up, smack. 1 and 2 and miss, up, smack. So try it like that, working on each half. Then when you put those two together, you get this. Root, down, up, miss, up, smack. Root, down, up, miss, up, smack. So take some time with that, going through the motions at your own pace. Chord-wise, this song is ridiculously simple. It's just one shape. Once you're holding it, you're done. You don't have to think about that hand anymore. So you get to focus on the strumming hand this time around, So it's a really good opportunity to work that all out. And, if you're fine playing C minor, but you find that, after practicing your strumming for 2 minutes, it's just killing you, just switch to the A minor, or you could even just mute the strings and just do that. You're still going to get the same workout with your strumming arm. And then once it's ready to roll, you break out the bar chord and go for as long as you can. Don't hurt yourself. Don't squeeze too hard. Go practice in moderation. Anyways, now that we've worked out our chord shape and our strumming, let's put them together. We're going to start off with the C minor chord version of it. We're going to play it a little bit with the strumming, and then we'll do it with A minor. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think the most important thing to remember when you're playing this song is when you do that smack on beat 4, also release the pressure on that bar chord, because that is going to give your hand a break. If you think about it, you have 4 beats, and on every beat 4, you're releasing the pressure. That means for 25% of the song, you're releasing the pressure. And that's a lot more efficient. It's not going to kill your hand. Because to be honest, even though the song is just one chord, this is one of the harder songs to play through start to finish because of the endurance factor. So you need to do little things like that where you release the pressure and you truly release it, all the way up your arm. Focus on, tightening and then release, and think of what it feels like. Tighten, make the chord, release, and feel the release in your forearm, your shoulder, the whole way up, because that's going to be essential. This is a great opportunity to learn how to do that just with bar chords in general. Cool. Now we'll do the same thing, but with A minor, and I'll switch to A minor 7 partway through, just like I did with C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, so you just do that the entire time. That's the tune. There is one part where there's a breakdown, and during that part, there's no chords. It's just singing. You could always clap or snap a backbeat during that part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just snapping on beats 2 and 4, or clapping on 2 and 4. And that's always a good option, you know, for a song like this. You know, you're just playing it like fools. Down, 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 down. You know, just that always, it kind of keeps the beat going. And you could even do that just on your guitar. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even trying that with the original recording just to help your rhythm, you know. 1, that's a miss, and then 2 is a hitting the muted strings. I'm muting them with my other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, if you're having trouble with rhythm, I would practice doing that every day for a couple recordings. Just play along to some random song. You don't even need to know the chord shapes. Just going 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a great exercise. You know, it helps you pick up the vibe and the rhythm of a real song with awesome musicians on it. Anyways, that's all we have for today. Just one chord and a strumming pattern. Great exercise if you're getting into bar chords and you really want to build up that endurance. Anyways, I have all those resources, my free ebook, my bar chords course, my complete beginners course. I'll put links to all that stuff down below. And have a fun time practicing. I'll see you soon.